Hello everyone, good morning, welcome to my channel Herpetoculture, and I'm Ronald Damp. I'm going to do a snake update today. Jason Hawkins, he's one of my subscribers and viewers, a couple weeks ago had asked me, hey, any more Brazilian rainbow updates? Well Jason, this is for you. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of take you along on what I'm doing. I'm taking everyone along on what I'm doing here this morning. Waking up, getting my day started, getting my house in order, getting things right. Because if my house isn't in order, I'm not going to be in order. So I have to do that first, and that's kind of what I'm doing. Just cleaning waters, getting rodents thawed out, and then I will give you guys an update on my Brazilian rainbow boas. But first, before we get started in that, let's thank everyone for subscribing to my channel and staying subscribed and commenting, interacting with me. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. It's really nice to be able to see my subscriber list growing. Every day I jump on, I see a few more. Even if it's just one or two, it means the world to me. I really appreciate it, and I'm very grateful for that. So with that, let's get started. Right now I'm just cleaning water bowls. This is Ike's water bowl. I'm using some F10 disinfectant. I do this once a week. I kind of just, I'm going to let it sit for a second, let the stuff kind of get in there. I'm doing this one-handed, so you guys get the point. I'll rinse it out with my hand, let it sit for a minute or two, rinse it out, give them fresh water. All right, pretty basic. I think we all know what maintenance is like. Here's my reptile room. Let's give you guys a peek here. One thing before I do that, see my room heater here? Well, in my previous, I think I did a product review on this. This thing has a built-in thermostat on it, and I've kind of been thinking about this. I don't know if I fully trust this thermostat on this unit. What if it breaks? What if it malfunctions and then my room heats up and kills my animals? And I did some reading on some forums, ballpythons.net or some other various forums online, and people warn against trusting these thermostats. And I found Spider Robotics Herpstat HD, I think it's what it's called, has a thermostat specifically designed for oil-filled room heaters. So I ordered one because I'm going to put the thermostat on this because I just don't trust it. I mean, I'm home now, I'm here, so I'm using it. But and like I said, I only use this room heater in the winter months because a lot of cool air comes through this window right here, and the temperatures drop a little bit too cold. They drop too much to where, God, I can't talk this morning. You know what I'm trying to say. So the temperatures are too cool in here. So I keep the room heater in here just for the winter months to try to stabilize the temperature about 76 degrees. And it helps me to better regulate the temperatures in these cages. All right, here's Irene's cage. It's open. If you guys noticed, I'm using this Pro Coco chips in fiber. I've never tried this stuff before, and I told you on my previous video when I did the Reptile Prime bedding review, I had ordered this and I was going to try it, and I'm trying it. So I had them on craft paper before, and I'm trying this. It's okay. I still like Reptile Prime bedding better, a lot better, but I'm going to use it, and I'm going to go probably use it all, and I'll probably end up switching back to Reptile Prime, but it works. It holds moisture good. So anyways, we're not doing a product review today, we're doing a snake update. Wake up, sweetheart. So here's Irene's. she just kind of sat in her cage and didn't move around too much, so I'm gonna get her out so you guys can get a close look of her, see how healthy she is. All right. Now let's try Irene here. Well, that was a very slow bite and coil. She's a strange eater. Whatever. She's eating, so that's all that matters. All right. Here's Janine. She's the bigger girl. She's the one out eating medium rats. All right, here's Janine. I shouldn't have any problems with her. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just put that in here for her. She likes me to leave it in the cage too for her, so I'm just gonna do that because she's not quite sure if she wants to eat or not. She's smelling it. My arm's getting tired holding that medium rat up in there, so I'm not gonna let it just sit in there. She'll eat. I'm very confident in that. She likes me to put it in there. That's what she's used to. So, all right. This is Mona. Look at how big she's getting. She's getting, I don't know if you guys can tell, but she's getting big. She's almost as big as Ike now. She actually probably, yeah, pretty close to big as Ike. My male, my smaller male. She's a female, so she's growing nicely. No health problems. CB70 rack, Livrane Electronics, Reptile Prime bedding, excuse my hand, Reptile Prime bedding, big water bowl for her to soak in, hide box, and she's doing great. or respiratory infection. And you guys are probably wondering, why is he in the same rack as the other ones? Well, I've asked veterinarians about if it's transmittable or not, and they said yes, it is transmittable, mainly by contact. So if you have this animal in with another animal and his slobber or feces or urates gets into, contact with another animal, and it's transmitted that way. I guess it could be transmitted through the air if it was a viral, but I don't think that's the case here, because as you can see, all my other animals are fine. Irene's is good to go. I'm pretty sure this is just a bacterial infection, and it's just been hanging on for a long time. And I don't think the length of the treatment was long enough with the ceftazidime the last time. So we're going again. He's okay. He's just not as plump as I'd like him to be. And as you can see, I keep hand sanitizer here. It doesn't matter, every snake I hold, I sanitize, because I gotta keep my conditions in this room very sterile. I always spray the rack down, the tops of the racks. Every time I open them up, I'm doing everything I can to prevent cross-contamination. I haven't had any issues, and then he's been dealing with this for a long time. So if anyone are you wondering, why are you keeping him in the same room, or why are you keeping him in the same rack? I haven't had any problems. So, but I'm not putting him with other animals either. I think if I put him with another animal, he would, try to breed, which he's too small to breed right now, anyways. I would for sure have a problem. So here's Ike, and as you can see, he's fine. I'm gonna try to feed him today, see if he got his appetite back. His tongue's flicking around pretty good. He's got a little bit of bubble there. So yeah, so his treatment is still he's had 2 shots, so he has 6 more to go. They put him on 6 doses this time, or excuse me, 8 doses this time instead of 6. Last time was 6 doses of ceftazidime for every 3 days, and they're going to do 8 this time. So that should do the trick. But let's see if the little guy will eat today. All right, that makes me happy. He ate. Cool. So got him fresh water, disinfected his area, and put his hide box back. And let's just keep our fingers crossed he doesn't regurgitate his meal. Sometimes when they have respiratory infections and if you feed them, sometimes it's hard for them to breathe. And in my experience, they regurgitate. They just don't feel good. But I think he'll be all right. I just need to get some food in him because it's been like a month since he ate, and it's like, I hate that. I know snakes can go a long time without eating, but it stresses me out when they don't eat. So here's Tick, doing well. He's a little nervous. He gave me a little bite on my arm one day, but I've been working with him. Real slow movements, real calm, and he seems to be okay. He's still not up to weight to where I want him to be at, but he is eating at least. He is parasite free, at least on the outside. I still probably should get him checked at the vet for internal parasites. I need to do that still. And if he doesn't gain weight, if he starts eating on a, don't even think about it, buddy. If he starts eating on a weekly basis and he doesn't gain weight, that's kind of an indication that he may have internal parasites. He's just real calm. Don't bite me. He looks down at my arm like, So yeah, he's doing good. Nice dark coloration. And he is definitely of breeding size. I don't know if that's going to happen this year with him or not, because he's still kind of getting used to his digs, his enclosure. And if anybody would breed him with Janine, the biggest female. I gotta be careful not to get too close to his face, because he will bite my face. So. All right. Let's get him back into his thing here. I don't know if Tick's gonna eat. He's never ate off the tongs before. I mean, he's ate, but only if I leave it in his tub and overnight, and he kind of comes out. And that's just because he's real defensive and he's real scared and getting used to his enclosure. So he kind of does this little thing when no one's around. It's real quiet. But let's see if we can get him to eat off the tongs. If not, I'm just gonna have to lay the food inside in his tub and just check later. Come on, Tick. See, he's smelling it. But see his body, he's backing away, getting defensive, scared. He's just not there yet. And some snakes don't ever feed off tongs. I've had snakes in my past where they only eat when no one's in the room and there's no vibrations and people walking around. He'll probably give this, if I touch him, he'll probably give this a defensive strike. Yeah. Thought he was for a second. Alright, Speckled King snake. Number 1. Feeding time for Speckled. Come on. Over here. All right, well, feeding the king snakes, as you can see, they're a little bit wound up right now. They ate last week just fine, but there's a lot of commotion going on right now this morning. I've been in and out of their cages and bouncing around, and they're wound up right now, you can see. So one of them took it and spit it out, and I tried to close the tub and he spit it out. And so I'm gonna leave the little pinky in there on a little flat spot where there's no bedding, and they should take it. I'm not too worried about it. I wanted to get it on film, but they're not cooperating with me right now, and they're tiny and they're fast, and they keep wanting to try to jump out of their tub. And so anyway, let's continue on with what I'm doing here. All right, and my Speckled King snakes ate. I just opened their tubs right now, and the little pinkies are gone. So I think that's all it was. They were just excited. Yeah, I understand they're tiny, and any movement you make and put your big old hand in there, and it gets them in a frenzy. And not a frenzy, but it gets them really defensive and scared. So they a lot of times that's the last thing on their mind is eating. They're freaked out. So you just kind of have to chill them out a little bit, put their food in there, and they usually take it. So, well, so far so good. I'm just gotta wait for Tick hopefully to eat. Keep my fingers crossed, and Irene, which I'm not, excuse me, Janine, the big one, the medium rat I just put in there. I'm pretty confident she'll eat. So this is a pretty good feeding day. I just got to keep my fingers crossed with Ike, and hopefully he gets better. I'm sure he will. Like I said, I have high hopes. He's going to beat this. And that's it. I think that's all I have for you today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Keep it up. I really appreciate your support. And I'll see you next time. Make today count and have fun doing it. Thanks, guys. Bye.